Good evening. I am Amanda Campbell, Vice President for Fairfax County SEPTA. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Michelle Boyd, our new Assistant Superintendent of Special Services. Our Advocacy Chair has some words of welcome as well, so I will simply say that it has been great to see SEPTA's collaborative relationship with FCPS grow over the past few years. I look forward to SEPTA and FCPS continuing to cultivate that relationship moving forward. With literacy on the agenda tonight, I start by asking FCPS to create a district-wide standard that all students are taught according to the science of reading. While Diane covers this more in depth, my request stems from an Augmentative and an Alternative Communication webinar I attended recently from Saltillo, the makers of Words for Life, one of several AAC applications used by FCPS students. It goes into detail about the necessity of explicit phonics instruction for students who use AAC devices. Research suggests that phonological awareness is a large predictor of reading outcomes, and that in order to develop phonological awareness, students, quote, need experience with sound play, sound segmentation, and sound blending. As a parent of a child who has apraxia and cannot create sounds on command, I can attest to the difficulties she faces with those phonological skills. The whole language sight word approach that FCPS is currently using to instruct AAC users teaches students how to match pictures on their devices, not how to actually read and decode the words. I believe this free training, linked in the footnotes, or something equivalent, should be mandatory for all teachers and staff instructing students using AAC. Regarding the return to school, SEPTA has received reports from teachers that there are concerns about the amount of PPE they are being assigned, with little information regarding the length of time their allocated supplies are expected to last. This is especially problematic for teachers and staff who assist students with toileting needs, as fresh gowns and gloves are required after each bathroom assist. For example, it was shared with us that an entire department is being allocated 80 gowns and 1 to 2 boxes of gloves per person, with no indication of how long these materials are expected to last. If a class contains even just 4 students who require toileting assistance, and acknowledging that most children use the school restroom at least twice a day, a single teacher will have to replace their gown 8 times per day. Plus, many students require the assistance of 2 staff members to support toileting, especially for the older students. Those 80 gowns are not going to last very long at all, not to mention there's no information as to how often they will be laundered if they are reusable. Additionally, parents have concerns about how students who split time between self-contained and general education settings and curriculum will access their general education time, not just during the cohorts, but once the hybrid option begins for all students. Questions have been asked repeatedly about how these students will access their general education curriculum time and peers as we move into more in-person teaching, but there has been little direction provided publicly. It must be noted that access to general education peers and curriculum is not a plus or a benefit for these students. It is a legal necessity to access the least restrictive environment. Given that there is a return to school work session this week, we look forward to hearing more on how FCPS will address these concerns. Thank you very much.